When you submitted the film to Sundance, did you submit a rough cut?
No, we had picture locked, and I think we had like a temp mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you, expect did you do it thinking that you really had a good chance, or you thought, you know what, let me just try this?
It was more the latter.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was more like, no, let's just try, because I think that's all you can do, you know. I think that we have a saying in Portugal, which is the no is guaranteed. So why not try for the yes?
How do you say it? I'd love to hear it.
It's like, o não é garantido.
Okay.
I mean, at least that's, how I've heard it. So it's like, why not try? Why not, give it a whirl?
What were some of the best things that happened to you at Sundance?
I think it was definitely, for me, the audience response. I think that was definitely what it was, that kind of, validation, really, of like, having someone. I remember a lady who came up at the end of the premiere at the Egyptian Theatre, and she said, I didn't even know what your film was about. I didn't even read the synopsis. I just knew I had like a couple of free hours this afternoon, so I just came here and I watched your film, and I loved it. I mean, I didn't know that this was happening to these young kids, and my heart really broke for them. And I would love to know what I can do as an American to help these, TPS eligible kids, because the film really, it woke me up. And for me, it's like, well, that's exactly why I made the film. For me, that was definitely like the best thing.
Did you have a Q&A afterwards?
Always. After every single screening, there was always a Q&A, yes.
What's the most common question they ask?
The significance of the title, or, what motivated you to shoot in black and white. Those tend to be pretty commonly asked.
And can you tell me more about the title and what comes into play with that?
So, La Leyenda Negra, it essentially refers to historical bias. And it's the term that Protest settlers used to refer to the Spanish conquistadores. And basically, the character of Aletheia, she challenges all bias in her fight for truth. And this is reflected in the scene that she kind of stands up for herself in history class, but also it's reflected in her involvement in the underground political organization, the Compton Black Bloc. And because the film kind of considers, cycles of history and imperialism, both old and new, La Leyenda Negra refers to that historical bias, but it's also a nod to Aletheia's involvement in anarchist circles, because if you translate La Leyenda Negra, it means the Black Legend.
And what is the scene in the history class? Just briefly, what is that? So
that's where the teacher has just shown this Carlos Fuentes documentary, where he kind of talks about the conquistadores and Cortez's arrival in Mexico. And the teacher kind of makes some affirmations that then Aletheia challenges in front of the entire class.
Okay. Was that a breaking moment where she kind of came out of her shell? Or?
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Did you get a phone call from Sundance?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What did they say? Like, ring, ring. Hey, this is.
It was one of the programmers.
Oh, nice.
But to be honest, when. I didn't really. I thought it was a prank when I first got it. I was like, this isn't someone making a very mean joke at my expense. That's what I thought it was. And then it was like, maybe I didn't I was worried that I might have hallucinated the phone call. But then when I started to get emails from artist relations, I was like, oh no, this might actually have happened. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So when you got the phone call, you just thought it was someone were you playing along with it? And you're like, okay, at some moment you're going to figure out who it is.
Well, yeah, so I was just kind of listening. Yeah, I was just listening. But then I was like, oh, wow, no, I actually think that I am really talking to a programmer. Yeah.
Okay. It's not a telemarketer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not selling you solar panels. Okay. What do you think the secret is to having your film accepted at Sundance? Because they say, oh, you have to know somebody, these different things. What do you think the secret is?
I think, because I did meet the programmer at Sundance who said to me, like, when I saw your film, I was the one who kind of, flagged it to all my colleagues and was like, this film has got to be programmed. And he said, I was moved by your film. So I think that at least what he told me was that the film touched him. So I don't know. I don't know if that means that that's the secret.
Or going back to what we talked to in previous questions, just that authentic voice and putting part of yourself. Did you feel a part of yourself in the story?
Definitely, like, I think I've been, the character of Aletheia and Rosarito and even the character of Monica at like different points in my life. So definitely there was, versions of me in them. Yeah.
Right. So did you think back to growing up in Portugal, or is this more when you've gone to college, you've sort of been out of your quote unquote home country?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. The immigrant experience, and then just, growing up, I think, as a young girl into a young woman.
In the film, were the parents also undocumented, or because did they have was part of the story that they had the child here in the States and they themselves were undocumented?
No, Aletheia, the character of Aletheia, was born in El Salvador and then came with her mother as an infant to America. But in the story, Aletheia's mother has already passed away, and Aletheia lives with her stepfather. Oh. So there's no, there's no really any blood relation between Aletheia and the character of Juan in the film.
So she's really sort of without a family in some sense, except for maybe her classmates.
And her stepdad, yeah.
Okay, interesting. How do you feel about what you've accomplished so far? And what do you want to accomplish next?
Well, I feel very, very lucky, very grateful. And definitely I would like to continue making features. That's definitely kind of the end goal, is to keep writing, keep pitching, keep developing, and have, more features down the pipeline.